Hi guys, it's She Sees Profit. I hope you're having a great day. For those of you that follow me, you know that I do trade the futures market. However, I wanted to jump on real quick to just show you that even if you don't trade, you can actually use the stock market to gauge information as well as to help you make personal decisions. Now, if you notice, I have up XHB, which is the State Street SPDR S&P Homebuilders ETF. Now you may say, what is this? So let's look. So XHB is an ETF that caters to investors interested in the U.S. home building sector. Now, if you own a home or you're looking to purchase a home, you're looking to sell a home, this information can be very important. Let's just look and see what XHB is comprised of. And you may notice some of these names might be familiar. So if we look at the composition, we'll see the notable holdings would be Lennar Corporation, DR Horton, Home Depot, Lowe's. If we get a little further, we'll see that again, you'll see Lennox, Toll Brothers, Pulte Company, KB Homes. These are major players in the home building department. So if you notice, when the economy is up, economy is booming, home building is skyrocketing. However, when the economy is down, you'll see that maybe the builders are pausing or maybe they're reducing the number of homes that they're building. So this makes for great information for the consumer. So let's just say you want to purchase a home. Okay, let's just say you want to sell a home. Looking at this information can help you make the decision that's best for you and your family. So, what you're looking at here is I have the monthly chart for XHB pulled up. And what I want you to notice, if I zoom all the way out, you'll see that all the way from 2009, this particular ETF has been bullish, which means it has risen historically. Okay, and so we know in the home market, we know that if you own real estate, you would know that the this particular industry is always on the rise. Okay, so that makes sense that it would reflect that information. Okay, now if we look to the highest point for this ETF was back in November of 2024. Okay, so that means this was the all-time high for the home building industry. Okay, and then we do notice a decline thereafter, all the way to April of 2025. And if you go back to your news during that time, there are definitely some things that impacted that. However, what I want you to notice, the market is cyclical. And what that means is that it ebbs and flows. So prior to this particular high, there was a high here. Okay. And this was around December of 2021. So price was steadily going up. It went back. And what did it do? Let's look left. This particular point right here in June of 2022 came back to test this previous high, which was back in January of 2020. Okay. And so that is something that is normal. That may not be normal to someone who is not versed in the market and how the market flows, but this would be something that we would expect. There would be a breakthrough, which we would call in the trading industry a break. So price goes past that high point, and then it comes back to retest, break, and retest that particular level. And so it found what we call support here. It did not go past this, so we are looking for it to continue up, and that's exactly what it did. It went all the way up to the November 2024 point. And then guess what it did? It met with resistance, which means it could not find the power to go past this point. So it was met with resistance. And then it went back to test this previous high. Okay. The previous high for November 2021, which was normal. This is something that traders would expect it to do. It may catch the normal consumer by surprise, but this in the trading industry is normal. So price found a new support here. Okay. And then price continued up. Now, There is some resistance that it met with both in September 2025 and again in February of 2026. However, it did not go past this previous support and it continued up. So while there is some consolidation, which means this particular area, there's a little bit of an uncertainty. However, if we look at previous history and how the market moved, we would expect that eventually this is going to go up. And so if you look at the arrow that I've drawn, we can see that the anticipation would be for it to go up past this previous all-time high, create a new high, and then that's not to say that it won't go back down again, because again, the market ebbs and flows, but we would anticipate it to go back and retest that former all-time high if it breaks through and then continue up. So if you are someone that's in the market for a home, to sell your home, to buy your home, whatever the case may be, you can use this information to make a major decision about how you want to approach purchasing a home, investing, and things of that nature. And I'm just using this particular ETF as an example. However, you can use this for anything. You can use this to explore AI. You can use this to look at what you might want to invest. If you're looking for a business opportunity with a major traded company, you can look at their history. Okay, you can look at their earnings. You can go and pull them up on the internet based upon their information, and it will show you their earnings, their profit and loss, all of the bottom line to help you to say, okay, I'm going to proceed with this, or I'm not going to proceed with this, or I'm going to proceed with this, but not right now. So that helps you, even you don't have to be a trader, this helps you to make those important decisions. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope you will be able to at least take a look at what you might want to be interested in, and you were able to gauge the right decision for you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And in the meanwhile, I'm wishing you profitable trading.
Trading doesn't have to be complicated. You just have to prepare for the move before the move. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe.